Hey everyone, this is Eric Young from Greenlight Group Tours, here to talk about your group's trip to New York City.
New York City is an opportunity of a lifetime.
It's such a fun experience.
Greenlight has set it up perfectly.
Greatest trip ever.
Alright, so your trip is going to be 4 days and 3 nights, starting on Thursday, November 21st, and ending Sunday, November 24th of 2019. It will be 4 full days of activity though, so let's go day by day to see what each one looks like. You'll fly out of Houston Bush Intercontinental Airport and land directly in New York City. Once you land in New York City, you'll meet your Greenlight tour manager. He or she will be an awesome person that guides you through the city, making sure everything goes right and that you have the best time possible. Tour managers stay at the same hotel as your group, they hand out tickets, and they'll even get you through the subway, but you can just think of them as a knowledgeable friend. The first stop on this trip is going to be one of my favorite places to eat in all of New York City, Sylvia's Soul Food in Harlem. They have legendary fried chicken, mac and cheese, collard greens, bread pudding, and much, much more. Dietary restrictions? Let anyone at Greenlight know before or during the trip and we'll make sure no one goes hungry. That's our policy, simple as that. After dinner, you guys will jet on down to Midtown to see Mean Girls on Broadway. It's just like the movie Mean Girls, but better because it's live. Then you guys will check into your Times Square hotel. That means you'll be staying right in the middle of the action in NYC, which is a really cool way to do it. Boys and girls stay on separate floors, and professional security guards monitor those floors through the night to make sure that students stay safe and in their rooms. Then you'll eat breakfast at this hotel each morning of the trip. Day 2 begins with workshops for choir, drill, and orchestra. Choir, you guys will do the Broadway in the Classroom clinic. In this clinic, you'll learn a song and the movements of a Broadway show that you'll actually be seeing on this trip from one of the performers in the show. Drill, you guys will do a dance clinic with a former Rockette dancer, as in the Rockettes who perform at Radio City Music Hall. In orchestra, you guys will do a Q&A session with an actual Broadway pit musician. Then everyone will reconvene and do lunch at Rockefeller Center, the place with the famous outdoor ice rink and the huge Christmas tree. Next, you'll get some free time to shop on 5th Avenue. This is a famous shopping district known for stores like Apple and H&M, all the way up to Tiffany's, a diamond store featured in the classic movie Breakfast at Tiffany's. After that, your group can take a guided walking tour through the legendary Central Park to see its landmarks like Strawberry Fields and Bethesda Fountain, and all the incredible, beautiful natural scenery. Dinner on this night will be at Buca di Beppo, a family-style Italian restaurant in the heart of Times Square with big bowls of pasta, platters of chicken parmigiana, and meatballs as big as your head. Family style means that everyone shares these big portions just like eating at home. It's delicious and a lot of fun. After dinner, you'll be seeing one of these 3 amazing shows, either Disney's Aladdin, the new hit comedy The Play That Goes Wrong, or an opera at the Metropolitan Opera House at Lincoln Center. Day 3 will start with a trip downtown to visit One World Observatory, an observation deck on the 100th floor of One World Trade, the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. Next, you'll have lunch at Hudson Eats, a hip, modern food court right across the street from One World Trade on the Hudson River with many delicious lunch options from tacos to salads to barbecue. After lunch, you'll get to pay respects at the 9/11 Memorial, 2 breathtaking man-made waterfalls in the footprint of the former Twin Towers, and you'll get to explore the world-renowned 9/11 Museum beneath the memorial as well. After that, you'll get to check out the Oculus, an incredibly cool and beautiful subway station built on the grounds of the New World Trade Center that has a jaw-dropping main foyer and a roof that looks like the wings of peace doves. Then you'll have dinner at Bill's Burgers, a place with burgers so good they were featured on the TV Food Network. And after that, you'll be venturing to Radio City Music Hall to see the Rockettes perform their world-famous Christmas Spectacular show. Finally, the day will wrap with an epic group picture right in the heart of Times Square and a little bit of free time to soak in some precious moments with your friends as you stand in awe in the center of the universe. Your final day, Day 4, will begin with a walk to the center of the historic Brooklyn Bridge, where you can see breathtaking views of the New York City skyline, the East River, and the New York Harbor, where you can actually see the Statue of Liberty. After that, you'll make your way over to Little Italy for lunch. Little Italy is this historic Italian neighborhood that has a whole bunch of charming little restaurants with delicious food and incredible cannolis. Then you'll follow that up with some free time in Chinatown and Soho. Soho is this really hip fashion district, and Chinatown is also a good place to shop, but for different reasons. It's actually known for its knockoff merchandise, and you can actually negotiate the prices of things and score some really sweet deals. Then, after this 4-day flurry of activity and all the unforgettable memories that have been created, you guys will hop on a jet and head home, arriving back in Houston the evening of Sunday, November 24th. So this trip sounds amazing, right? But what exactly do you get for your money? What's included in this trip package? Let's break it down. First thing, transportation. This includes round-trip airfare, charter bus transfers to and from the airport in New York City, and subway passes while you're in the city. It also includes lodging. That means 3 nights in your Times Square hotel. It includes meals, 6 of them to be exact, 3 breakfasts, and 3 dinners. It also includes all of your attractions, workshops, and the Broadway shows, everything we just discussed. It includes your 24-hour tour manager, who you'll probably want to be friends with when this trip is over. It also includes the nighttime security guards we talked about, a $2 million liability policy, and traveler's insurance, which covers up to $25,000 in medical expenses and travel delays longer than 6 hours. So that's a lot of stuff, right? And it's all pretty good. But what's not included in this package? Great question. If you check a suitcase, you'll have to pay for that yourself. Typically, it's $30 each way. However, if you pack light and your bag can fit in an overhead compartment, that can fly for free along with you. This trip package also does not include lunches, so have some money set aside to buy yourself lunch each day of the trip. Also, this trip package does not include souvenirs. You'll have to pay for those with your own money too. Alright, so we've covered a lot of stuff here except one thing. What's the next step? Do you like things simple? Because if you want to go on this trip, you have literally one job. Go to this website on the top of the screen, trips.touropspro.com. Use this custom trip code, PMHS 2019 NYC, and register for the trip. It's very simple, but if you have any questions at all, just hit us up at help@greenlightgrouptours.com. The trip registration opened on January 2nd, and there are less than 100 seats available, so reserve your seat today because it's first come, first serve. Now, I've said enough, but what you should probably hear before we wrap it up is a few parting words from group leaders and students just like you who've had the opportunity to take this trip of a lifetime with Greenlight to New York City. Check it out.
There's such a positivity to Greenlight. Everything they do just makes it feel special. There's just a feeling of home to all of it.
If someone was wanting to go on this exact trip that we're going on now, I would definitely tell them to do it.
This is not something you can get every day.
This is the greatest trip I've ever been on.
We love them.